Hey y'all. It's been about 7 days since the start of my big pepper preserving project. And I am quite overwhelmed. So here is the state of things. I still have this much stuff left to deal with. In all honesty, most of this box is probably going to get composted to go back to the garden. Some will probably go to my sister's chickens. I am just overwhelmed at this point, and my mental capacity is more important than whatever I could make with all this. The tomatoes, I'm probably just going to, oh, isn't that a weird one? Probably just going to see if they'll ripen, kind of like this. This was very good on a burger last night. I will probably cut up these, the sweet ones, and freeze whatever ones haven't shriveled and molded and stuff like that. This is about 2 pounds of jalapenos. I think I can squeeze out a half batch of cowboy candy with that. And I have another hot sauce to make. It'll only take this amount. I may cut some of these up to dehydrate and turn into pepper powder, or I may not, depending on how I feel. To me, it was a lot of fun growing. This is my first preserving year, and when the bounty turns into a burden, to me, that it's not worth it. A packet of seeds is ridiculously cheap, so I am not concerned with the possible wastage. That is what I'm going to do. So let's check on the ferments that I started last week. They both look good. They're both making bubbles. So let's open them up and see what they look and smell like. Y'all, the sriracha smells amazing. But I think another day or two will only improve it. The fermented hot sauce has got a little bit of an unusual smell to it. It's not an off smell or a rotten smell. I think it might be either the onion or the parsley that I'm smelling. I'm not used to fermenting with those. So I am going to also let this one go for a couple more days and see what that does. All right, I think I'm gonna go for a quick win and cut up and freeze the sweet peppers, and then maybe cut up some to throw on the dehydrator to make pepper powder. We'll see whatever I can do. It would be nice to get at least one tray cleared out and put away. So let's see what I can do. Okay, we've got a decent amount of chopped up sweet peppers from my garden to go in the freezer. I will use these in recipes, mainly for probably soups, maybe a pizza or two or a casserole, but they will get used and they'll come in handy since they're already washed and chopped. So there is one quick win. And the container that they were picked in has been washed and is drying. So one container down. Let's see what else I can get done. You'd think I'd learned by now that when I'm doing a big project, to get out a big scrap bowl. The next project I'm gonna try and tackle is cutting up some of my very hot Sugar Rush peach peppers to dehydrate. This project may or may not have to get abandoned. I am going to put them in my dehydrator and shut it in my laundry room. But if the smell of the hot pepper starts kind of gassing us out, I will get it out and probably throw it away, so I don't just pepper spray my whole family. trays in the dehydrator to hopefully turn into pepper powder, and most of a quart Ziploc of chopped up hot Sugar Rush peach peppers to add to recipes as needed. Next, I'm gonna cut a few of the peppers in half for my sister's chickens just to make sure they're not moldy inside. And then I'm going to cut up the peppers that I'm going to use for another hot sauce. I may or may not get to actually making the sauce today, but I can get around to de-seeding the peppers. I'm not a fan of the pepper seeds. They are kind of hard on my digestion, and I have read that they can make your sauce a little bit bitter. That's why I have been de-seeding most of my hot peppers. And whatever size scrap bowl you think you need, put it back and grab the next size up. Good grief, this one is barely big enough too. All right, I've got the last of the peppers chopped up for my last hot sauce recipe, and a little baggie of peppers for my sister's chickens. That is probably all I'm gonna get into today. I've got the jalapenos left for the half batch of cowboy candy. I'm gonna save that and the hot sauce for a day when I can just start fresh with a full battery of energy in my personal tank. So I will pick this up again next time I'm working on it.